Hi, I'm Barry Sahajian, and one of the things I don't like about getting older is no piece of cake, but one of the advantages of doing this is that you have history. Now that's what I'd like to discuss today. I was around in the beginning of the new changes in rock music or popular music. It starts with the Beatles. I was there. I was a beginner guitarist. I hadn't changed over to bass yet. In 1970, Tower of Power arrived, and they woke everybody up. Every bass player knew who they were. They were doing something very different and exciting. And naturally, I was in and I was all over it, and I was learning their songs and studying Rocco because I had to do it. I was playing pop music. I had to get out there. I was playing mostly every night, full time, for already 10 years at that time. What I'd like to discuss with you today, I'm not going to go through a Tower of Power tune. I'm just going to take segments and analyze the chemistry of Rocco Prestia's Tower of Power bass lines. And they're extraordinary, and they contributed to every other type of music I play because it's so convertible. So let me get started right away. We're starting with number one. It is a D7th. We start with the root to the fifth, and then we go double chromatic approach, C, C sharp to D. Then we go up an octave and we play that double chromatic approach again on beat 4, and we wind up on one of the second measure. At this point, we play 2 notes an octave above and 1 note on the octave below, 2/16 of D and 1/8 note of a D. Like that. I'll play the whole thing so you can get the perspective. A little slower. This is number 2, and this one is very useful because the line does not state the quality. What is quality? Quality is whether it is major or minor. So this can work with a major or a minor chord. So here's what happens here. This one is an A, and we have a double chromatic approach going down from the A to the 7th. And then we have a double chromatic approach down an octave going from the 7th to the 1. No third, so it can be used with minor or major. And it's pretty easy to play. You can use your first, second, and third finger, or your first, second, and fourth finger, whichever one works better for you. Very simple idea. It can work in a lot of places, and as usual, you can extend on it with your own creative concept of what you'd like to do with that. This will be number 3. Let me play it for you, and I'll break it down. Play it slow. This is one measure, and it's an A7th. And you could look at this in another way, that it is like kind of a combination of a regular funk line as well as a Rocco type line. And the first 2 beats sound like this. So that would be the regular funk line. That's what I call it anyway. And the second 2 beats of the one measure would be a chromatic line, consistent 16th notes that Rocco was so famous for. And so you put them together. I'll play it real slow for the full measure with the funk style 2 beats and the Rocco style 2 beats. This is the fourth and last line. And this line I found on the introduction of Down to the Nightclub. It's only a one measure repeated a few times, and then they go into the song. And it's a funk line, and it has a beat and a half rest, which is a challenge. And it goes like this. Let me count it out. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and. A little slower. 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and 1 E and a 2 E and a 3 E and a 4 E and. After the intro, it goes back into Rocco's cliche of playing consistent 16th notes type line. I'm not going to go over that. I just wanted to cover that because I want this to be an inspiration for you to create your own lines. Hopefully that will happen. Did for me. So anyway, thank you for stopping by. I hope to see you again. If you have any suggestions on what you'd like me to cover, feel free to drop me a line and visit my Patreon page where you can download all the notes and tabs to play along with, and I'll leave a link on my description below. Thank you again.